Hello, I'm Jill Dittmeyer. Welcome back to American Graduate Day here on WFYI. Joining us in studio today, we have Ted Maple. He is president and CEO of Early Learning Indiana. And Joanne Martin, she's a consultant for the Nurse Family Partnership, part of Goodwill Industries of Central Indiana. Thank you both for joining us here today and letting our viewers know a little bit more about your organizations and early education. American Graduate, we want those kids to graduate high school, to graduate universities. But before we get them into the classroom, we have to start educating them early on. And Early Learning Indiana, formerly known as the Day Nursery, the name says it all, Ted.
It does. We are 115 years old. Been doing the work of caring for and educating young children for a very long time. And Early Learning Indiana really describes what we do. It also encompasses a very important part of our mission, and that is our Child Care Answers outreach department that provides mentoring, coaching, training for other early childhood professionals, as well as support for parents that are looking for early education.
You guys, your group's been around for a long time. Has the goal, has the progress, has it changed over the years, or you just kind of reformulate it to fit with the needs of kids in this day and age?
Well, I think what's happened is there's greater recognition that the role that what has been traditionally known as daycare or child care has played over the last several decades has really become what can and should be an educational endeavor, and that if we are doing what we should be doing in our early learning centers, then children should be learning just as if they would be in school, and even at a greater rate, because we know that those early years are the most critical in a child's development.
Goodwill Industries, another group that's been around for a long time. We think of it with the Goodwill stores, but a lot of the education and job partnership. But early education, we might not think about that with Goodwill, Joanne.
Well, that was my first thought when somebody said Goodwill's going to be doing Nurse Family Partnership, and I said, are you sure? But it really fits, because what Goodwill is noted for is all of the job preparation. And then Jim McClellan, who's been the CEO of Goodwill, said, you know, we're really missing the boat because people are not educated. And so they started some of the charter schools for the Met High School and the Excel Centers. And then he said, you know, we're really starting too late. We really need to begin at the very beginning with the education. And a lot of what we're doing, we start prenatally and visit moms who are having their first baby in their homes throughout the pregnancy and then until the child's 2 years old. And the real focus is more the social emotional development, because that's what children need in order to be ready to learn some of the more academic kinds of things. They need to know how to sit still, how to share, how to control their emotions and not be quite so impulsive. And so those are the kinds of things that we begin working with the moms right in the very beginning, so that they have a healthy baby and then they can raise a really healthy child.
And skills that we need throughout our entire life, quite frankly.
Yes.
And something that we might not think about, or maybe have not in the past, but your groups work together on a lot of things.
Yes. Well, I mean, one thing that's so nice about Goodwill's role in Nurse Family Partnership is they really look at how they can wrap services around these new moms. How do they remove barriers for them? And I sit on the Goodwill Nurse Family Partnership Community Advisory Board, and what we heard was that, you know, there's barriers around these mothers finding quality child care, these mothers finding employment and a career. And so we have a partnership with Goodwill, thanks to a Lilly Endowment grant, in which we hire a number of NFP moms as apprentice teachers, assistant teachers at our centers, and help them, their children, find child care in our centers or others, and get them training and earning a credential in early childhood education along the way. Wow. So it really is a wonderful partnership.
It's a full circle kind of thing that way.
And Nurse Family Partnership has been around for about 30 years, and it's all over the United States, but we're the first one in Indiana. And even the person who started all of it, David Olds, speaks about the goodwill effect. You know, how are we doing such a good job with people, not just in raising their child, but also in self-sufficiency, continuing with their education, continuing with their employment. And all of that really works together, because that's going to sustain them after the child's age 2 and even after they leave what was day nursery but is now education, Indiana.
Early learning Indiana,
learning.
exactly,
Yeah.
and setting standards that I think other organizations are going to want to follow and incorporate
Yes.
as well too. Thank you both so much for being here and for telling us a little bit more about the early education efforts of both of your organizations. And we're sure that you at home have learned a lot as well, but you can get involved too. All you have to do is call the toll-free number or go to their websites, and you can learn more about how you too can become an American Graduate Champion and make a difference. Please continue to stay with us.